Now, changing subjects a little bit.
Changing subjects a little bit. Now, this thing is a response to all the police backlash we have on these stops with people getting shot preemptively when they think there's a gun there because they're so on edge. American Nonprofit Research Institute, SRI International, has developed a prototype of what it's calling Police Robot. The robot is meant to prevent accidents that occur when police pull over drivers. I'm going to play a video clip here in a second. The brain behind the bot is Ruben Brewer, a senior robotics research engineer at SRI. Brewer started building the prototype in his garage. With such dangerous interactions between people, maybe it's time to send a robot in between them, one that can hurt or be hurt. One that can't hurt or be hurt, excuse me, reads the caption in the video. Our robots go between people to keep everyone safe. The robot is attached to a telescopic robotic arm that can extend from one side of the cop car to reach the window of the pulled over vehicle in front of it. The officer is then able to communicate with the driver via a webcam. From there, Brewer's RoboCop can do it all. It can scan the driver's license, spit out a ticket, and even deploy spikes to stop a perp from getting away. I'm going to play the video here so we get an idea.
Traffic stops are dangerous. Every year, millions of drivers are pulled.
Let me go big screen for this.
Millions of drivers are pulled over. Thousands of motorists and officers are hurt. 100 of them die. Our robot goes between people to keep everyone safe.
Listening again, the car pulls them over. The car gets pulled over by the cop car. It's got a long telescopic arm with this robot thing. They even put a helmet on this webcam display here.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Do you know why I pulled you over?
No, sir.
You're speeding in the school zone. Can I please see your license and registration?
Yes, sir.
This is where we're headed.
On the back of your license, there's a barcode. Please hold that up to the small blinking scanner.
Miss Brewer, thank you. Please hold your registration up to the main camera close. All right, up to date, thank you. There's a small signature pad. Please use your finger to sign your name.
And we'll get you charged and you can be on your merry way because we need more income on the traffic stops. This takes the interaction out of it. Or before you could maybe bargain with the cop, but it's not going to happen here. Bargain with somebody.
Your citation is being generated and will print shortly. When it's all done, you can pull it and take it with you.
This is a question. I'm stopping it. So these are obviously going to run out of paper. Is there going to be a thing, or can I see how much paper is left? Because is it going to run out of paper when they're trying to issue the citation? Oh, it's out of paper. All right, you can go. Because we're not going to look like an idiot and try to have to refill it when we have you pulled over.
I will wait until I give you an explicit okay to do so.
1980s printer there as well.
All right, Miss Brewer, you have a good afternoon.
Thank you, sir. You too.
And it retracts. Spikes go away from the tire.
You are free to go.
Oh, so nice.
Think you can handle that?
I wonder if this will take off. Oh, where are we going, folks? Where are we going? Yeah, I hear you, Richard. He says, I'll just say I'm only going to speak to a human being. Yeah, if you're getting pulled over, I wonder, that's a good question. One Body Wellness in the chat says, have a good afternoon, question mark. He just gave you a ticket, you robot jerk. That's how it is when you get pulled over. And it's like, I was even with my friends before, like, you get a citation that's like, thank you, officer. It's like, thank you for what? He just gave you a ticket. Yeah, but hey, when you get pulled over nowadays, you risk getting shot or you don't get it. Yeah, that's what this is to prevent from the people getting scared about. They're so on edge, especially with the SJWs going crazy. So we'll cover one more quick topic before, well, actually, yeah, I guess we only got time for one more. This is important too. Let's get some groove music to transfer us on over.
It doesn't exist, folks.
Laser weapons. So I showed them on this show before. They can have a laser thing on the ground. They can track a drone, burn the hole in there. I think they're farther ahead than what they're getting at. They have these suckers mounted on satellites. Trump basically came out and said they have new technology that can bring down missiles anywhere on the earth. But this is a part of the public disclosure here. A new laser weapon developed by the U.S. Air Force successfully shot down several missiles during a test run in late April. The self-protect high-energy laser demonstrator, equivocally dubbed the Shield, is expected to someday be attached to fighter jets, providing them with the means to shoot down incoming air-launched missiles. It would make it the first air-to-air defense weapon that actively destroys missiles instead of confusing or misdirecting them. The prototype Shield that actually passed the test is a massive system that rests on the bed of a truck. So there is a lot of work to be done before it is light enough to attach to a jet without tipping the whole thing over. So you talk about this stuff. People would call you crazy for talking about laser weapons. And then we show that Lockheed Martin has been developing these things and bringing down drones. And now they want to mount them to fighter jets. This is Star Wars stuff here. When people would say,
it doesn't exist, folks.
But now it exists. Thanks to a partnership with arms developers Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop, Air Force expects to deploy a laser weapon capable of beaming tens of kilowatts onto the F-15 Eagle fighter jet by 2021. Should that happen, aerial combat may be immediately changed, as functional laser would give the Air Force an advantage over most traditional air-to-air weapons. Direct energy weapons, they did use those on 9/11, I believe, as well as the California fires. Lots of crazy stuff there. That stuff is so far advanced of where this is, but to start acclimating the public, hey, we got this thing that can sit on the bed of a truck. Oh, we're going to talk about mounting it to these fighter jets. And then we can get, at the end of the day, it comes down to, what does it matter anymore? We get rid of if things can just advance and we can get rid of the IRS, we can get rid of the Federal Reserve, we won't need a monetary system. Think of the corruption that goes away. It all just clears out. And granted, you're still going to have some bad apples in there. But let's get moving on this stuff. Oh, I'm so sick of waiting for it. Like, and I hate to bring up the beginning of the show again, but when I talked about what has changed, you know, I see more synchronicities. I see the 144 a lot. That number has been in my face. I'm seeing that, and like I said, I've been more tired lately. So as far as a decent change, I guess I got a better deal on taxes with the tax cut. I'll admit that. But as far as anything else, I still have, like, I want to see some evidence here and get some stuff going, and the transformation part is what I want to see. Talk is cheap. So with this, folks, I want to close out the show. I want to say I thank you guys for watching. And don't be afraid to support the broadcast where you can. You can support us on Patreon. You can do a donation on PayPal, as well as go over to Teespring and buy something nice over here. We got the great shirts. I hate to be a salesman to you guys, but this does fund the operation, especially when times get tight on YouTube, and helps keep things going. And the cover-up shirt is a fan favorite. Again, talk is cheap. It's time for disclosure. We can sit here and talk about To the Stars Academy and, oh, is it aliens, is it not? Let's start releasing the stuff. Disclosure / now with the fist. Punch through the suppression here and get things changing. Because it is time. It is time. And then we got the bust a nut tea there as well. Just an inside joke on that one. So if you can't do any of that, just spread the word to the show. I want to get these numbers up and keep things going here and keep things moving. As well, I will be here next week for you guys. Same time, same place. Eventually that will change. The company's still waiting to hire more people. And once that changes, we'll probably be here about on a 7 p.m. on a Tuesday, I think. Bye-bye, everybody in the chat, and so long.
Thanks for listening. Visit k2d4network.com today.